Hey, happy day. You know what? There is good and all bad. It's hard to think that way at the moment. I get it. When bad is happening, there's bad. How can there be good? You got to do a lot of drilling and you will find some good. Here's an example for you. There are idiots in the world. Many idiots. Idiots walk among us. That is bad. Politicians make the idiots look brilliant. That is good for the idiots. Hey, and the wisdom continues to flow. Lockdowns are killing our economy. I got to tell you, it's just unbelievable what's going on. Deficits are skyrocketing. Every country in the world has an issue going on right now. Most countries are essentially bankrupt. Canada, it's just the walking dead, right? It's on life support, and the leader there, the Prime Minister of Canada, he continues to spend money that he doesn't have. He's printing it, he's borrowing it. Who do you borrow from these days? He's doing all the things that a communist does, right? He's trying to make everybody dependent on him, and it's working. But worse than the socialism part of it, it's what he's doing, what these lockdowns are doing to people. The depression, the suicide rates are up. People are sad and they're mad and they can't visit people. They don't know what to do. And then, of course, you have cancer patients and so many other people. They're not getting proper treatment. More people are dying from the cure than wow, this ain't a cure. It really isn't. And I guess one of the very worst things is that these lockdowns, they take away your rights and your freedoms. And I spoke to a person recently who said, I'm scared to die. I thought, well, you're scared to live. I'm scared to die and I'm scared to live. And all of us are kind of there, right? It's a scary thing. You got to look at the percentages. 99.5% of all people who get it get cured, right? Not many people die. But it's a terrible disease, not to take away from that. People vibrate and they shake, and I understand all of that. But again, to sell the plow, to buy seed, probably isn't a good idea, and a lot of that is going on. The left has surged, I guess, for lack of a better word, from a political movement trying to persuade citizens to join their cult to having this I don't know, they're this great big monster. They have thought police, or will have pretty soon. Do you want to have freedom of opinion? That's okay, but your opinion must be the same as theirs, and they must approve of your opinion. That's what's going on out there with this new movement, right? It's always been there, but now it's really got to push. Trump has brought out the worst in these people, and that's good because now we can see it, whereas before it was kind of hidden. They have control or want control of the news media, our education system, popular culture, professional athletes in corporate boardrooms, big tech in particular. They must control big tech. The left increasingly operates like an elite mob. Like a mob. They really do. They threaten the reputation and the livelihoods of anyone who disagrees. If you don't agree with them, look at Hollywood and look at all of these examples. Pro-life, you hate women. Religious traditionalist, you're a homophobic. If you dislike legal immigration, of course, you're a racist. If you support the welfare reform, you're a racist again and you hate the poor people. Wow, it's just wild. You have to agree with them. We don't. You got to push back because it is them against us, and we need to win, and we will. Good people don't like confrontations, and people on the right are good people. People on the left, they thrive on that, and they're the ones that are pushing it into your face all of the time. So rather than kind of standing back like we always have, the silent majority, we've all heard that term, we need to be the noisy majority. We don't like confrontations. I get it. But occasionally, you got to smack somebody. So it's time. It's time to do the smacking. And I ain't talking about kissing. There you go. The Liberal Party in Canada. Recently, they invited a new group of companies to bid for a revised gun confiscation. Can't pronounce things, but you get it? That means when you take something away, right? For this contract they want for, the first invitation that they had failed. I think there was 15 people apply or didn't apply for it. And they're saying, we need you to put a package together so we can go out and do this seizure and do a potential buyback. Well, that's very inaccurate and misleading, because how do you buy back something that you've never owned? The government of Canada, they're nuts. And then swing over to the US of A, and gun sales are surging there. In 2020, just from January through to September, sales of guns not sales actually, let me kind of rephrase that, the background checks that were done successfully were just shy of 30 million. So the theory is that each one of them bought a gun. Why else would you go get your background check, right? And some of them might have bought 2 or 3 guns, but certainly you had 30 million new guns for the first half of this year in 2020, and that's a record. Of course it's a record because people are frightened. All of the stuff you watch on television and so what. I mean, people are saying, I need to be in a position to protect myself. And then you have Canada, wow, wow, wow. Then you have Joe Biden who's saying, hey, I want gun control though. Even though you're good people, don't do anything bad, just in case. I'm thinking about the AR-15 rifle. There's upwards to 20 million of them in America. If I tax them before I outlaw them, I want you to get a license on it. But if I tax you for, say, a couple of $100, I will raise almost $4 billion in taxes, and then I can outlaw them. That sounds like something the Prime Minister should have done in Canada, but he ain't bright enough. The SHOT Show, still talking about guns. The SHOT Show, I got an invitation to attend again in 2021. I think it's in February, might be January. I'm mixed up there. But they say that they're coming to Vegas. I hope so. I can't imagine. I mean, they're already doing all the COVID stuff. 80, 90,000 people showing up in Vegas. I mean, nobody has a convention in Las Vegas anymore. Vegas is on life support. So what'll happen? I don't know. They're adamant that they're going to do it. And I am hopeful because I registered, I signed up, and I'm a-going. So we will see. Lastly, WestJet. I flew a WestJet plane in Canada just the other day. 95% of all their aircraft are parked. 95%. All the people that own shares or did own shares, the employees and others, they did very well. There was a buyout here not many months ago. The poor people, poor is probably an appropriate word, that bought it not many months ago. Wow, they got to be upside down. It's a mess. You talk about being in a tailspin, pardon the pun. Not very good. They have 140 of the aircraft parked out of 181. And the other ones that aren't parked, they're just collecting dust anyway. But right after this was announced the other day, with those numbers, the government of Canada said, hey, maybe we should buy them. It's all part of the plan. Nationalize, socialize, dumb down. Get a man on this. We got to fix this. Y'all come back. See ya.